we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David? Sure can. All right, DA, thanks. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Brooklyn. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
And seeing where the Nets are, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is out there with Irving, and it's Durant, then it's Jordan, and it's Chandler in at the 4 spot. And for Dallas, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Wright, and it's Marjanovic in at center.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside Durant. Out to Chandler. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Irving, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
Durant against Doncic. KD can't get it to go. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. And Porzingis, here we go. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, how about the coordination from Porzingis initiating as the ball handler in the pick and roll? You don't see many 7-3 guys do that.
Now here's Irving. 20 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And then there was his passes. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend it.
Now here's Wright. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. The 11-footer.
You know, dependable at defending multiple positions, Chandler has great value because of that defensive versatility.
Durant down low. Guarded by Doncic. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And, Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Goes up at the stripe. And he overshot that one, missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Marjanovic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Marjanovic has got his second basket.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Chandler lays it up and banks it in.
And this guy has great physicality. I mean, it's understated in some cases, but he absorbs contact well and finds a way to finish despite being hit.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in, guys, too, Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Beasley comes in for Porzingis. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Barea subbed in for Wright. Now here's Barea. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. It's deflected. Beasley with the steal. Barea with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. And it's denied.
Well, it's rare to see a block shot from a perimeter player like Dinwiddie, but good job that time.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Now here's Dinwiddie, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
Nets trail by 9. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Shoots over Barea. But they recover it. Here's Prince. Allen up top. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Brunson. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Barea finds Powell. Here's Barea. LeVert defending. Passes to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Cans it from downtown. And it's 7 points for Luka Doncic.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Dinwiddie over to help. Beasley for 3, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. J.J. Barea is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Beasley, and it's Powell in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Here's Dinwiddie following the score by Dallas. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the one in the first.
They get it back, and that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got 5.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
LeVert with a wide open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Mavericks leading by 11. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Luka Doncic. To the paint, here's Prince, and he jams it with authority.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Allen. Misses off the right iron. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's Beasley, that time in the assist by Barea. And it's 7 points for Michael Beasley.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Timeout, timeout.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Michael Beasley. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. Porzingis can't hit. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
Snatched up. Marjanovic, and he converts the layup. Marjanovic has got 6.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here is Hardaway, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Nets trail by 12. Pass to Irving. Over Doncic. A nice shot by Irving. He has 6.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
KD against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Pass to Wright. Over Irving. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And, you know, when you only see a team twice a year, Greg, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are or a good feel for them. And oftentimes, that can lead to a series split.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Harris looking it over. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
You know, knocking down the three guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
And here is Doncic. Shoots over KD. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong. They led by as many as 12 points, fueled by tough defense and great offense. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. Second quarter, not quite as good, but still managed to maintain control and enjoy a 7-point advantage at the break. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
That's all for now.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Irving, Wilson Chandler out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's KD in at the 3 spot. Dallas leading by 7. The kick out to Wright. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Wright's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Dallas. The Nets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends. Clearly out of sync to begin this half, 0 for their first 3 attempts. You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he's struggled so mightily.
Here's KD.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Barea subbed in for DeLon Wright. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic against Durant, and Doncic gets it to go. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
Irving kicks to Harris. The tray, and it's Durant, that time on the assist by Harris. KD's got 5 now.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
The wide open look here for Porzingis, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, Porzingis' game is custom made for the pick and pop stretch big. This guy can do damage from the perimeter.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Durant.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
The pass to Doncic. Over Durant. Doncic, no good. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Barea against Irving from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 14. Pass to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Doncic kicks to Barea. And the 3 off target. Nets trail by 5. Now here's Durant. He's got 7. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going, and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. And Doncic, here we go. He gets that one.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Prince outside. LeVert the pass to Prince. That 3 off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Dinwiddie. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket. Prince outside. Takes a 3. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's right in for J.J. Barea. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Dallas leading by 7. Down low, here's Brunson, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 9. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Beasley out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Wright in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Dinwiddie. It's good from long range.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Brunson. Wants to get it to Beasley and does. Goes back up. Marjanovic, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now Dinwiddie and the Nets another three.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Right outside. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Kevin Durant's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Irving subbed in for Karis LeVert. And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Harris is checked in for the Nets. KD against Beasley. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And it's Wright missing.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Now here's Durant. Outside Irving to take the lead. The basket good off the assist from Durant. KD's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up, that's why he's boarding it well.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball. And we've seen that tonight as well.
Doncic is checked in for Dallas.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
And here's KD for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Hardaway. Guarded by Harris. Irving against Wright. Back to Hardaway. The 3. The rebound by KD. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the grab into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get it.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And the Nets making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. Irving can't hit. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Doncic finds Wright. Outside Hardaway. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
.157 left in the 4th quarter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Pass to Harris. Durant against Hardaway. Harris outside. 5 to shoot. Irving double team. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Harris.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
Now here's Wright. And it's blocked by Jordan. They recover it. Porzingis passes to Doncic. They double him with Irving. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And it's Irving with the rebound. The Nets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Chandler finds Irving. That one off the back iron and out.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the 4th, that would have been a big bucket for him.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Dallas. Back to KD. Launches a 3. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's Wright missing. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Doncic feeling it out. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Huge turnover at really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
Left side, KD. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.